I'm being serious.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't you ever do that again. Hey, how y'all doing? This your boy Rod Thomas Jr. and this is the Real News Behind the News. Yeah, I know I've been gone for a minute, y'all, and y'all really ain't seen me in a couple of days. But today is January 6th, 2020, and we gonna wait till a couple people come in because I know y'all probably wasn't expecting this video and I wasn't planning on doing it. But there's some crazy stuff going on in America right now. And we're going to talk about that. Y'all, please hit the like button when you come in. And if nothing else, share these videos. Let me go share these videos. Also, hit the cash app. We really need it. But let's get down to it. Oh, yeah. But let's get down to it. I know everybody's seen the chaos going on up there in oh, you can now pin a message to the top of your chat. I got it. Let me pin this message up here. Let me pin the cash tag. Man, we really need some support. This is what I'm going off and having a problem with a lot of people on Facebook. Because here in Shreveport, anybody that knows me knows that I'm not just some keyboard warrior. They know that I'm just not somebody who gonna get on this fake world of Facebook and talk about something, because we be about action. While we out here challenging the system, I'm putting my life and everything on the line, getting death threats and everything. Everybody else just sitting back on Facebook trying to talk pretty eloquent shit. And nobody actually engages the system. Yet, soon as I get on my Facebook page now, and say something that they don't want to hear, they got a problem with it, as if I really give a fuck. So we're gonna, let me share this right now to them same people over on Facebook who I really don't give a fuck about what they're talking about, and ask them to join us. They're not gonna join the conversation, y'all, because in most cases, they're cowards. In most cases, they don't even have proof to back up the arguments that they come with. These are people who just look at the major mainstream media, and everything that they say, you could tell that they can't think for themselves, because they say everything that they're saying word for word from what the people on the news told them. They talk about all this pro-black shit, but everything that they quote is from white boys and white girls in suits and ties sitting behind a camera on the media. They can't think for themselves. And do you think I'm supposed to really give a fuck about what they say? So if you're going to engage me, at least have your facts straight. Hey, y'all, if y'all join us again, please hit that like button. And if you can, hit this motherfucker button here, because this is the most important button right now. Hold on. Bam. We're going to pin this. We're going to go ahead and send it. Bam. How about y'all, man? What y'all got to say today about all this? What y'all got to say about the chaos that's going up there in Washington, D.C. right now? Please join in the conversation. We need you all comments for this. Matter of fact, let me go over here. Damn it, I can't see Jack. See, that's one reason why we need y'all support. We got to get a camera, because I can't see a lot of shit that I'm doing. We're going to go and see what the news, what the mainstream media is saying about all the chaos. Wow, I can't, well, we off YouTube on that. That's not what I wanted to do. But we still live. So I'm going to go ahead and read. Battle of the Done. Let's read this article right here. This article is coming from the AP. Chaos, violence, mockery as pro-Trump get off my screen, like. As pro-Trump mob occupies Congress. Why are they occupying Congress? That's a question we gotta ask. Do you all think that this shit is happening because Donald Trump just saying that the election was stolen from him? Let me go before I read this article, but let me tell y'all something. I said this earlier on Facebook. Do you realize the United States government overthrows countries around the world every day through their election processes? The United States government is responsible for overthrowing at least 50 countries since World War II through their elections, not to mention through color revolutions. Your government here in America is proficient and prolific in overthrowing other governments through their elections. So what makes you think that your government here can't steal an election here in America? If you can steal an election way the fuck overseas in what's that place everybody was talking about, right next to Russia, where everybody, Obama had y'all thinking that these folks was really hating Russia. What's up, Rob? Hey, Casey, how you doing? You two finally let me catch it. I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they did. Please hit that like button you here. While you here. But yeah, your government overthrows elections every day in other countries. So why is it far-fetched or hard for you all to grasp hold to what Donald Trump might be saying, what he's saying might be true? I mean, this is a reality. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. And that goes along with something else I said on my Facebook page. Do you all realize every time you go into battle here in America, you either in the red or the blue corner? Why is that? Think about it. In boxing, they say introducing in the red corner or introducing in the blue corner. In wrestling, the red corner, blue corner. Your politics, Democrats blue, Republicans red. Do you all realize that this is a form of tribalism? To keep you and I fighting each other when we both starving to death, and the politicians who got us fighting based upon a red or blue corner or running away with all the money or giving all the money to the corporations. How many of y'all really understand that? How many of y'all really see? All the Crips and Bloods, red and blue. Everything is done in red or blue to get us fighting, to get me. It's done in red or blue to get me fighting against you. While we're fighting, ain't nobody asking no question. Well, what's really up with the $2,000 stimulus? Ain't nobody really asking questions. Is when is a lot of people been contacting me talking about they having problems getting their unemployment. But I bet y'all all that money they just spent in that stimulus package, the corporation got theirs. They got theirs from day one. And we sitting around here fighting, trying to figure out was the election stolen or not. When in reality, I'm gonna just keep it real. It might piss a lot of you black folks off. Yes, the election was stolen from Trump. Do you think this man who got all this business sense, who got all this, hey, brother Anthony, thank you, man. Keep hitting up, man. What's up, bro? Ain't nothing much, man. Keep getting people to hit the share button. Most importantly, we need them to hit that cash out button. Because y'all know I had to duck off for a couple of days. Really, I didn't have to, but I did. Just to cut down a lot of confusion and chaos. Hey, Casey Logic here. How y'all doing? Please, Casey, Anthony, y'all moderators, when you come in, man, we really need to hit that that cash out. Think about this. If we had a camera right now for this show, we could take y'all phone calls live because I wouldn't have to use my phone to do the video, and I could use my phone to tie in to the video to this video. So this is what I'm trying to get them to understand on Facebook. Man, don't none of these people support me. Hell, a few of y'all on YouTube supports this channel, and it helped us do a lot of things. But shit, don't nobody support what I do because I speak a message that is not popular, whether it be white or black. When put it like this, when I'm talking about white people, black people love it. But when I say something that's true on white people's behalf, black folk won't lay me a sellout. So in the middle, here I'm caught. I can't get no financial support. But everybody telling me, man, you're doing a good job, as long as I'm saying what they want to hear. But I'm gonna show y'all something. A true friend is not just gonna tell you what you want to hear. They're gonna tell you the truth, whether you like that shit or not. That's what a true friend gonna do. So I speak to what I believe to be as best truth as I possibly can, because I'm not looking for friendship. I'm not looking for likes. I'm not looking for views. I'm looking for people to be informed on what's going on, bruh. That's why I do what I do. I mean, you got a lot of people on YouTube making millions entertaining you or stroking your emotions based upon your political, religious, or whatever affiliation. Me, myself, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care about Christian, Muslim, Jew, Republican, Democrat, pro-life, pro-choice. I don't care about none of that, because soon as you align yourself up with one of these groups or one of these affiliations, you become part of the problem. Because Christians don't want to hear nothing Muslims or Jews saying. Republicans don't want to hear nothing Democrats are saying. Pro-life and pro-choice are killing each other in the streets. So do you think I really give a fuck about somebody who wants me to be pro-black all the goddamn time, that I will overlook the facts that stare me in front of my face? Like Eddie Murphy said in Coming to America, you must be out your goddamn mind if you think that's gonna happen. I don't give a fuck, man, if I ain't got but one follower on each one of my platforms. That one person gonna know that I tell the truth. Matter of fact, hey everybody, I gotta pat you all on the back and give you all the credit. Maybe it was that one video what I did with all that shooting. But we had almost 80-something new subscribers to this channel. And to the new subscribers, buckle your seatbelt, because this is one of the craziest, wildest shows on YouTube. But it's the realest shit you gonna ever hear. Oh my God, it's just that girl with that big old coochie. Hold on, y'all, give me a second. Who is it? It's Jesse. All right, let's get back to it. Come on, man. Man, I'll call you back, bro. Y'all forgive me. See, that's another part of being able to get a camera for this show. I wouldn't have to worry about these interruptions like this. Y'all, hold on a second, man. Bruh, y'all, hold on a second. Cuz, I'm live. I apologize for that. That's my little nephew. And anyway. Man, I lost my whole train of thought. Let's go ahead and read this article coming from the AP. Y'all seen when the white folk went up there today and they were trying to get all into Congress, and they acted really bad up in there. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. For real. Congress, chaos, violence, mockery as pro-Trump mob occupies Congress. Again, this coming from the AP. Where are they? Where are they? A Trump supporter demanded in a crowd of dozens roaming the hall of the Capitol ban Trump flags and pounding on doors. First of all, before I go any further, do y'all know what agent provocateurs are? Most people don't even know what that phrase means. An agent provocateur is somebody who's paid to infiltrate an organization and create chaos so that organization can get blamed for it. I'm gonna just sit there right there and leave that for y'all to figure it out. All right, lawmakers, staff members, and more were hiding under tables, hunkered in lockdown, saying prayers and seeing the fruit of their country divisions up close and violent. But them same lawmakers basically told you to go fuck yourself when it came down to the $2,000 stimulus check. They was bold, standing in front of the cameras, telling American people, fuck that, we not finna give you $2,000 because we got some more wars. We got to go over here and fight, and we can't let y'all disrupt that $750 billion that we trying to get. Ain't nobody paying no attention to that. They out there hiding the day when they basically told all of us, black, white, Hispanic, everybody, they just told us last week to go fuck ourselves. We gonna give you $600, shut up, sit down, and like it. There's nothing else to talk about. Now they hiding under motherfucking tables. Think about that, y'all. Guns were drawn, a woman was shot. Since then, unfortunately, that woman who was shot, she died and killed. A Trump flag hung on the Capitol. The graceful return to reek of tear gas, glass shattered. On Wednesday, the hollow spaces of the American democracy. Democracy. Let's talk about that for a minute, because this is the most important thing I want y'all to understand. Ain't no such thing as democracy in America. Look at how democracy worked out for every country in the Middle East in the last 15 years that we took. We took democracy to Syria. It's bombed the fuck out. Not one building is standing in Syria. They took the peoples of Syria oil. The country is a failed state. It is in ruins. That's what democracy has done to Syria. Remember when Negroes were sitting up here talking about the open slave markets in Libya? You wanna know why? You got black people right now in cages being sold as slaves in Libya. It's because we brought democracy to Libya when we killed Muammar Gaddafi. So democracy has never worked anywhere else in the world that Americans took it to. And it does not work here. Because evidently, these white folks are saying this democratic election was fraudulent. Think about this, y'all. Whether you believe or not that the election was stolen from Donald Trump, just by us having to question that lets us know that democracy does not work. It does not work. Democracy means rule of the people, allegedly. That's what it means. What if all the people in your motherfucking country are fucked up in the head? Do you want a bunch of idiots to rule? Let me see what these people still on Facebook. Do y'all realize I'm not giving a fuck about Facebook? They don't understand that I'm trying to do what I do on YouTube. This brother here say, I have witnessed this in uncivilized nations, but here. I have been in Bosnia, Iraq, and Africa, but not DC. What's the difference? Good point, Travis. I mean, I'm going to take that as you agreeing with me. Because what the original post that I posted on Facebook say, people are acting all surprised by what's going on in DC, Washington, DC right now. Truth is, this is what happens when you steal an election. And I'm a firm believer. Yes, I'm not a Trump supporter, but we know this election was stolen from him. Whether you want to agree with it or not, this election was stolen from Donald Trump. Put it like this: I'm asking one pastor. This is my man. I love Pastor McCain, but I'm asking him. You're saying that there's no proof that there was election fraud. Show us the proof that there wasn't election fraud. This is what we have to believe, but most importantly, we have to understand that by us even having the conversation means that this election was fraudulent in some kind of way. It is not legitimate. We overthrow countries' government. We overthrow entire countries by their election process. Meddling in their election process. Why do you think they kept talking about Russian meddling in the last election, in 2016 election? Because we meddle in everybody else's election, overthrow entire governments through their election process. What makes you think that this shit is not possible for them to do it here? If your government, who you're voting on to continue a government, can overthrow other countries' elections, what makes you think they cannot steal or overthrow an election here? Come on, man, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. But what happens is here in America, we're so caught up about what we see on ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, Bloomberg. We're so caught up in what these folks are showing us on TV, not realizing that it's all propaganda, and they're showing us these points of view for a reason. And that reason is to invoke. It's not to inform you. It's to invoke an emotional response in you using what's happening out here in the streets, bruh. That's why I do what I do, so that you will not be deceived. If nothing else, you that watch this channel are going to follow, you are going to follow truth, whether I'm speaking the truth or not. Once I start speaking the truth, y'all going to know it. And again, to you all, you 80 new subscribers, hey, this how shit go down on Real News Behind News. I could care less about black, white, Republican, Democrat, pro-life, pro-choice, gay, straight. I don't care about none of that, because that is what the powers that be use to control all of us and keep us fighting amongst ourselves. As long as you and I arguing about what happened up there in Washington, D.C. today, guess what? Them same people in Washington, D.C. is still finna give all their goddamn stimulus money to countries overseas. And right now, ain't nobody talking about increasing your $600 stimulus payment. So do y'all realize? To them, this is a great distraction, because ain't nobody asking, wait a minute, why is the IRS having problems now with their computer process and sending my stimulus? Ain't nobody asking, when or if we're going to get more than $600. Ain't nobody asking those questions no more, because everybody now is worried about what's being projected into your face. The images from all these white folks up there in Washington, D.C. storming the Capitol building. And again, you gotta ask yourself, why are they storming the Capitol building? Because they believe that this election was a fraud. They believe that this election was stolen from the person who they voted for. But guess what? This shouldn't shock you if you are familiar or in tune with international issues, because we see this shit every day in other countries where the United States is trying to steal some precious resources from these countries, and they go in there and overthrow these countries through their election process. The pro-Trump mob took over the presiding officer chair in the Senate. The offices of the House of Speaker and Senate dioceses were 1 year Trump won the election. They mocked its leaders, posing for photos in the office of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, one with his feet propped up on her desk. Did y'all ever see that? I'm going to show y'all some real game. Most of y'all ain't going to pay attention to it. But that one dude that they were showing in the lion costume, who occupied the Congress today, did you see him in one of them Black Lives Matter videos? Oh no, they ain't gonna show you that shit on TV. This again goes back to agent provocateurs. Most of them people that was out there, they was basically, I'm just gonna say, peaceful protesters. It wasn't but about 100-some people, maybe 5,000 or more, who did all the chaos. Now guess what? Of those 100 people, I guarantee you at least 80 of them were paid to do that, so that they can bring disgrace upon all those people who believe that Donald Trump should have been the president. And again, I'm not a Trump supporter. Anybody that knows me know I'm not. So if you say that, you must be out your damn mind. No, I'm not a Trump supporter. I just speak what's real. Even in the Black Lives Matter movements throughout all this summer, you had people paid to go in there and break windows and shit, to the point where the black people who were actually protesting say, man, look, y'all gotta cut this out. Y'all gonna get out us in on the spotlight. So I see our membership is going down. I mean, our views are going down, but we got 15 likes. We gonna keep going, man. And I'm not gonna hold y'all long. Because right now, y'all know I'm just not coming back to my house. I gotta try to find some for these damn puppies to eat. They don't have no food. Hold on. The pro-Trump mob took over. All right, this began as a day of reckoning for President Donald Trump's futile attempts to cling to power as Congress took up the certification to President-elect Joe Biden's victory. It devolved into a scene of fear and agony that left the prime ritual of American democracy in tatters. Again, America has no democracy. America is a social, basically, right now, America is not a democracy. There's no freedom in America. Think about it. Everywhere you go, they're watching you through cameras. They're spying on you through your emails, your texts, and your phone call. America is a fascist dictatorship. Fascism meaning that the governments rule in favor and for the corporations. Dictatorship means that your Congress dictates to you and I what's going to happen despite of what you and I want to happen. You're living in a fascist dictatorship. Don't let them keep fooling you with that word democracy. There's no democracy in America. And you can tell that by looking at what democracy that American brought to all these countries overseas, bro. Where they buildings, 3/4 of their city are bombed the fuck out. Nothing but rubbles. No building standing. Those people over there are starving. While your oil companies are taking their oil and other national resources are being given to corporations through the American government. And this is how democracy has worked out for them. Because again, one thing that all of us as black people can understand is when you saw those slave markets over in Libya, that is a result of America bringing democracy to Libya, where they killed the rightful president, Muammar Gaddafi, murdered him in cold blood to implement democracy. And you think that shit can't happen here in America? If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore, he said. Who they talking about? Trump told his morning crowd at the Ellipse that he would go with them to the Capitol, but he didn't. Instead, he sent them off with the incendiary rhetoric. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore, he said. Let the weak ones get out, he went on. This is a time for strength. Now, Trump, he went about this shit the whole way because he actually is inciting this shit. But what can he feels, what can he do? He feels, and in a lot of cases, he knows that the election was rigged and stolen from him. Your media is on board because notice, even in these articles, they're not saying that Trump is a flat out fraud liar. There was no voter fraud. Even your mainstream media, this is how they word it. They're saying no evidence of widespread voter fraud. Ain't nobody pay attention to that happening. They're saying there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud, meaning they acknowledge that there was voter fraud in this fucking election. But Trump is really on his last leg because part of what they were meeting for today was to certify Joe Biden as the next president. And Trump is basically saying, we got to do this shit now. We got to put it up. We got to put all the pressure on him. He knows he was robbed, and he's doing anything he can because he knows the media is not going to tell the truth. So he's smart enough to know if I put these cameras out here and let all the people see, all these people who believe that there was voter fraud, let them see that you got to start asking questions. But the media put the camera on those 10, 15 to 150 people who was creating the violence, which is, again, paid provocateurs, because you have them in every social movement. They want to gaslight and to shut your movement down and make your movement seem as if it's violent and chaotic. So they will pay 150, 200 people. Guess how much they pay some of these people? They pay some of these people $20 an hour to go out there and create chaos. You know how I know? I've been doing this shit for a while here in Shreveport now, and I've seen paid provocateurs who answer the article on whether it be on Craigslist or whatever, and they say they're looking for actors to go down and stage a political rally. Well, these people are being paid to come in and create chaos, no matter what the movement is. Black Lives Matter, Trump people. It can be a bunch of Mexican midgets who are in favor of saving the Arctic for the penguins. They're going to put paid provocateurs in there to make your movement less credible. And this is what you saw today. That one dude, again, that was in the lion suit, that was up in the Congress posing in the lion suit, had the same suit on a couple of months back in July. As a matter of fact, it was July at a Black Lives Matter movement. He wanted folk breaking the windows and shit. So do y'all realize what's really going on? Democrats or Republicans do not care about us. Matter of fact, we just gonna go freestyle with this. We ain't gonna even go. We're not gonna even go with the news articles. We're really looking for you all's comments. So y'all join us in that ain't what I'm looking for. Where is YouTube? Y'all give me a second. And again, moderators, keep sharing this video for us. Let me see where we at. I'm gonna go here so I can see some of you all's live comments. I'm right there. I'm right there. This is not showing me what I want to see. Y'all give me a second, man. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm hungry. I'm frustrated. But when I look at this, man, I felt I had to come back home today and do a video for you all on this subject because it's getting ridiculous, y'all. That's why I don't even engage people no more on my Facebook page. I might go in and talk shit or whatever, but I don't even engage them no more on Facebook, man, because it's not letting me see what I need to see. Y'all give me a second. I'm trying to figure out something. And then we got this stupid ass dude over here saying this dumb ass shit. Then they wonder why I don't really, like here locally, you got a lot of people, man, want me to spit propaganda. You got a lot of people that don't want me to say nothing but what they want me to say based upon what they believe. You got a lot of black people here do not want me to talk about this subject because I'm not going to talk about it in the way that they would want me to talk about it. They would want me to be biased just like they are and not say that Trump has proof that the election was rigged and that there was voter fraud. But does Biden have proof that the election wasn't? So we always got to ask questions. Whether you Republican or Democrat, you got to ask that question. Why is all these people up here the way? It just can't be because Trump, they so goddamn naive that they would do anything that Trump said. Now these people saw where down there in Georgia, the dude said that they had a leak in the building where they were voting. He shut the whole building down, sent everybody home. Then a couple of hours later, you see him bringing in suitcases full of ballots. Oh yeah, he has proof like that. Don't y'all realize the man got hundreds of people who worked at these voting polls and saw where motherfuckers was literally bringing in uncounted, undocumented ballots. We don't know who they were for, but in most cases, they were for Joe Biden. How is it that you could go to bed at night at 12 o'clock not knowing the results of this election, and before you went to bed, Trump was leading by a landslide throughout the country, and you wake up the next morning, 4 hours to 6 hours later, and Joe Biden is now in the head? One of those polls supposed to be closed. So nobody wants to answer these type of questions. Nobody wants these type of questions asked. But we got to ask these questions, and we got to try to put forth answers for these questions. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to have to go over here and do this. I'm going to have to switch accounts and watch this from my other channel. But we thank you all, you new subscribers, for subscribing to our channel. Please don't let what I'm saying right now deter you from continuing to follow us, because we speak truth on all kinds of levels. Now I'm going here from other. Carlos Jones say he has not got one stimulus check, but the same motherfucking politician Carlos was hiding under tables earlier today, hiding under chairs and shit earlier today like cowards. But they blatantly, like bold ass people, told us go fuck yourself. We're not giving you $1,200. Who are these people trying to? Oh, that's Twitter. Y'all know I don't follow it. I don't too much. Maybe I do need to start doing lots more stuff on Twitter and Instagram. Let's read some of y'all comment. Sister Powell said, I do not agree. This is not what America does. Why not, Sister Powell? This is what happens Every time we steal an election overseas, the people come out in the hundreds of thousands. What you are seeing right here in America is nowhere near what happens in other countries when we interfere in their elections. All this is happening is the chickens are coming home to roost in America. That's what's really happening, Sister Power. Oh, this lady here wanted to watch me. Let me, no, I ain't gonna send her the link right now. No, so take your losses and keep it moving. But what if the election was stolen from him? Sister Powers, what if this election was literally stolen from him? I don't know what to think anymore. Kimberly Williams said, haven't gotten one stimulus check. Why do you believe it was stolen? Because when you look at the evidence, again, did you just see why I told you they got it on camera, bruh, but you won't see it on the mainstream media. I'm gonna try my best to find that video, but when you look for it on social media, you gotta realize Google is being used to control you. Google controls 90% of what we see in America. But we in America, what we see on the internet through our search engines is only 30% of what's actually on the internet. They use Google to control what you see. And they use Google to censor what information we can get. Now, there is, like I say, damn near thousands of people around the country who were working at these polls that say they saw motherfuckers bringing boxes of ballots in that were not certified, meaning that they were not tamper-proof. They actually had a video in Georgia, in Atlanta, where they closed that precinct down. Homeboy say that it was a flood. Sent everybody home, then they brought in almost thousands of votes. Trump is not just, I mean, come on, man, y'all think, everybody trying to make this dude out to be a clown. But this dude is smart and is surrounded by lawyers, has been all his life. This man is not going to make these type of fucking accusations if he did not have some type of proof. Now, my pastor, he was talking about there were 55 courts that rejected it. No, there were 55 courts, including your Supreme Court, did not even allow these cases to come into the courtroom. They rejected even hearing the cases. So out of those 55 cases that went to court, none of them went to court. And the reason being, those judges on those seats knew that if that shit would have came into court, they would have had to look at all the evidence. So by rejecting it, saying that, well, Wisconsin don't have a right to bring this to court since this happened in other states, they effectively shut down their responsibility from looking at the evidence. If you don't get it in the court, you cannot introduce the evidence in court. Do y'all realize, again, we do this every day in other people's country, bruh. We overthrow other governments using the election process. If we can overthrow a government way the fuck over in Iraq, don't you think they can overthrow your government here through election fraud? Yeah. That's why I say that, Carlos. But again, Sister Powers, I mean, I don't mind, and hey, it's good that you disagree, but I'm trying to give you a different way to think about it. What makes us in America any better? Come on now, how could you say this is not what America does when America shoots motherfucking black people down in the middle of the streets? When America in prison, they not only impoverish our neighborhoods by withholding resources, they not only put the dope and the guns in our neighborhood, but they send us to jail when somebody that's hungry picks up one of these guns and some of that dope and go and try to feed their family. This is what America really does. If you can understand how evil and corrupt we are with our own citizens, it should not be hard to see why this shit here is going on, Sister Powell. America does a lot of fuck shit. This is not what America does. Take your losses and keep it moving. But again, did he really lose? And did Joe Biden really win? We don't know, because the evidence that he has not been allowed to come inside any courtroom here in America, and they will not allow it to come in. Let me send this young lady here the link to our show real quick. Hold on, y'all, give me a second. This is a good friend of mine, and she wants to see the show, so I'm finna send her the link real quick. Done. Excuse me. Now she should be able to join in. Thank you, Sister Power, the realest news, but I mean, it's not, man, that I'm, put it like this. Kimberly Williams said she feels like it was stolen. I mean, I can't say that it was 100% going to affect anything, but notice this again. Pay attention to what your mainstream media, how they talk. How they talk. You know what they're saying in the mainstream media? He has no proof that there was, listen, widespread voter fraud. Meaning they know he has proof that there was voter fraud. They're telling you, well, if it was, it's not enough to change the election. Now let's go back to that phone call Donald Trump had with the governor of Georgia, where everybody was trying to put him on the spot or discredit him. But have any of you all listened to the whole phone conversation in its entirety? The man never once threatened blackmail or nothing. What Trump said, we know for a fact that in this one county, you had 2,000 more people to vote than there was actual registered voters. We know for a fact that there was dead people who voted in this election. We know for a fact that what happened when them boys pulled that motherfucker move and shut the voting precinct down and then brought all these thousands of votes in. All this shit is documented fact, y'all. Even your media can't deny it because they're saying there's no proof of widespread voter fraud. Again, meaning that they're acknowledging, because they have to keep themselves open against a lawsuit. They got to keep themselves protected. So notice that's why they use the words alleged sometimes, or when they say there was no proof of widespread. That way, if shit turns around and they do find out that there was widespread voter fraud or any kind of voter fraud, if this election was to get turned over, in your eyes, they will be credible, because now they can say, well, we never said that there wasn't voter fraud. We just know it wasn't widespread. Do y'all realize how words play and how they use words to keep us distracted? But again, like Carlos said, he hasn't got his first stimulus check. And here these same people who basically told you, we don't give a fuck about you all. We're going to give y'all this $600 stimulus. Sit down and shut the fuck up. But at the same time, we got the veto, override the president's veto to spend $750 billion. Do you realize with that $750 billion that they just overrode a presidential veto on, everybody could have got the $1,200 stimulus check again? But now they said, fuck that. We're not giving them niggas more because we need $750 billion to continue the war in Afghanistan, which has been going on 20 years right now. The war in Iraq, the war in Syria, the war in Libya, the war in Yemen. They told us, we can't give y'all no more than 600. And they boldly told us, especially Mitch McConnell, he told us basically, go fuck ourselves. And now they hiding under desks. Cowards. Straight cowards. But anyway, let's go on. Please, y'all, keep hitting that, as you come in, please keep hitting that, Stan McCray, you said an LOL. Again, Kimberly Williams said it was stolen. Kimberly said, I don't know what to think of. Rob, can Trump run again in 4 years? Yes, he can. But notice this now. They got senators or people in Washington literally trying to pass a law specifically mentioning Donald Trump, that he cannot run for any public office. See, let me show y'all something really what happened with Donald Trump. Your government was so fucked up under Clinton, both terms of the Bush, and Obama, that American people were so fed up. And the only person that the Democrat can offer up to run for president was a war criminal in Hillary Clinton. That the people were so fed up, they voted for a TV reality show host to be president because they was tired of the status quo. Donald Trump went in that motherfucker thinking that he really could change and make a difference. But as soon as he got in the office, the real president, the real people who run the country, told him, oh no, this is how shit goes. Think about this. Again, Donald Trump vetoed a $750 billion military spending budget. At the same time, Donald Trump is the only president in the last 40 years that has not started a new war. He thought he could get in there and make a change, but realized, nigga, you don't run this shit. You are in here, sit down and shut up and do what we tell you. Because your corporations, your CIA, your FBI, people, and what they call the deep state, that's who runs your country. I don't give a fuck if you put the Pope as president of the United States. In all his closeness and wisdom of God, there's no way in the fuck they're going to let him not continue these illegal wars. There's no way in the fuck they're going to let him do what it is he thinks that's best for the American people. Because, again, you don't live in no democracy. You live in what's called a fascist dictatorship. Fascism is where the corporations run your company, and we as citizens have to support the corporations under the dictatorship of the person who's the figurehead, your president. Your president is nothing more than a figurehead. Man, we thank y'all. We got 18 likes already, 14 views, but 18 likes. Hey, y'all, keep moderators. We finna get ready to end this video. But keep asking them to hit that like button. Keep telling them to share. Most importantly, please, y'all, hit the goddamn cash out. I mean, like I just told them on Facebook, man, to me, y'all know I've been doing this for, what, almost 9 years now. Don't have no supporters. I do this shit and don't get no financial support except from a few of you all here. Here in my city, there's a lot of people that would love for me to for them to be able to sponsor my show. But as soon as you start taking money from these people, they gonna tell me, well, Rob, you can't say nothing about this, about the Republicans. Or you can't say this about the Democrats. You can't tell other people to keep their sons aware that it's not cool to wear makeup, lipsticks, and dress and think you're a girl. See, they don't want me to say this shit. That's why most people would try to give me these $2,000 or $3,000 to sponsor my show for a month. But do y'all realize with that comes their show because it'll no longer be mine? Man, I don't have a penny. You know what I'm saying? Right now, me and my dogs are hungry. And they ain't got shit to do with this show, but it's little shit like that keeps us from doing show because now I have to spend more time trying to figure out how I'm gonna feed me and my dogs. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to bringing y'all the real news behind the news. So, you think I really give a fuck about what somebody say to me on the fake world of Facebook or social media when they don't even support me spiritually, emotionally sometimes? Because it does good to see Sister Powell, Sister Kimberly, Brother Watson, all y'all, man, had not. It makes me feel good to see that you all genuinely support me. And if you all can't, I can only say that you all at least tried financially to support me because I realize everybody is struggling right now because half the people, 3/4 of the people in America gonna have to wait on their stimulus check because some reason all of a sudden magically your motherfucking processing machines done broke down. Here in Louisiana, I'm getting people calling me and texting me saying that, well, right now, I can't even file for my unemployment benefit. Why is it all the machines are breaking down right now when people need this money the most? But anyway, what's up, Brother Hadnot? I just mentioned you. Please like and share, hit the cash app. Thank you, Kimberly. But brother, now I just mentioned it. People like yourself, Kimberly Williams, Love You, Anthony Watson, Sister Powers, a couple of other you all. A couple people send me money through the PayPal, because we can take PayPal also. And a few of you all have tried your best to be there spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. But I do this shit, man, every day in my city. Y'all know that live here in Freeport know that I'm not just a talker. When I shot that video, part of the reason why we got these extra 80 viewers is because everybody saw that video with all the shooting. But when I do these videos to bring y'all real political knowledge, when I do these videos to show you how corrupt the system is, that shit don't get no likes or no followers. But everybody wants to follow now because they see me out there doing a video while all these Negroes are shooting. That means motherfuckers would rather be entertained than informed. So do you think I give a fuck about what these people say on Facebook? When you got 3/4 of these people, I'm gonna go say 4/5 of these people don't even fucking support me emotionally when I'm out here fighting the system. They leave me, I'm out here by myself, standing up, doing news interviews or what, going down to city council, fighting about shit that they really don't even know about because they too busy on Facebook trying to get likes. So when I post stuff on Facebook, man, do y'all think I post that shit to get likes when that shit could actually get me death threats? Do y'all realize how many death threats I get on a daily or weekly basis because I'm actually engaging the system? I'm not sitting here on Facebook or YouTube just talking. I actually challenge power. And they don't like that. And then when I don't say what black people want me to say, I'm a sellout. Long as I'm saying what they want me to say, I'm the coolest nigga on the planet. And I'm saying what they want me to say, but guess what? When I say, well, can you hit the cash app? They be like, well, man, right, all these motherfucking excuses. And then turn around on Sunday, they go to church, give pastor 10% of what they made. And these same people turn around on Monday and call me. Hey, man, you think you could talk to the DA to get my son off? He really didn't mean to shoot them people. It was just when he was trying to rob them, one of them moved real quick and he got scared. This is the kind of shit I deal with, man, and I still do what I do on a daily basis because I don't do this for likes. I like to do this because I love God's people. And if nothing else, I want y'all to think a little bit different than what we've been trained, what we've been brainwashed to think. I'm going to help y'all. I'm going to put the cat tag up one more time, y'all. But really, we need those shares, those likes. Y'all give me a second. If anything, help me get these puppies some food. I'll be cool. I got some bread, some peanut butter and jelly. I got a couple of cups of noodle. I'm cool, but them puppies in there are hungry, man. I had to cook the last 3 leg quarters I had today for them little pretty puppies. Anyway, we're gonna send this here. But y'all, hey, come on, y'all. We need y'all to join this conversation. Let me go back up and see if I missed anything. Let's try to hit the like button. Hey, Rod, like, share the cash app. The realest news behind. Thank you, Sister Powell. Yeah, I love you, Sister Powell, because even though, and this is nothing, what do you think going to happen in 4 years? When what, brother? When Trump can run again? Oh, he's going to win in an overwhelming landslide. Because in these 4 years under Joe Biden, Brother Anthony, you finna go into at least another 2 wars. Joe Biden is going to make it possible for the banks and these landlords, these wealthy real estate owners to evict people. Joe Biden going to help incarcerate a lot of more people because that is his fucking, his whole voting line. That's who he is. And people going to be even more fed up than they was after the 8 years of Obama, and Trump is going to win in a landslide. Why put American people in harm's way? Think about this, Sister Powell. We got a whole military over there in motherfucking Iraq, Syria, Libya, all around the world. They're in harm's way right now. stealing people's shit and overthrowing their elections. It's the American way. America was built upon violence. America was built at the founding, the way America got founded was through violent revolution. Think about it. The American Revolution was violent. And ever since America has been a country, she has ruled everything around her at the point of a gun. Even to the point now, going over there telling them Iraqis, fuck Allah, Jesus is king, he wants your all, he loves you. They got a Bible in one hand and a motherfucking shotgun in the other hand, telling them that. They're telling black people here in America that you all are citizens too. We got to figure out a way to make things better for you all so you wouldn't have to be in fear of the police. All the while, the police are still shooting us fucking down in the middle of the streets. They're steadily putting dope and guns into our neighborhoods so that we can shoot each other down in the middle of the street. And then when we shoot each other down in the middle of the streets, we go to prison. And the police who shoot us down in the middle of the streets get paid administrative leave. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that America is known for. So it shouldn't be hard, my sister, to not understand why we're doing it. Let's talk 25th Amendment. Let me go in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull that up. Brother had not. See, this is why I need a camera, because y'all give me a second. I got to move this shit here just to see where I'm at on the computer. We're going to talk about 25th Amendment. Ain't that what they're going to use to show that Joe Biden is not motherfucking competent and they're going to remove him from office and put Kamala Harris as president? Hold on. That's what it really is. All right, we're going to go to the 25th Amendment for Brother Had Not. That's a good conversation, good topic. Keep us going. 25th Amendment. Oh, they got a lot of shit on the 25th Amendment right now, Brother Had Not. CNBC say Democrats talk about 25th Amendment impeachment after Capitol riots. The Washington riot, and then let me ask you a question. How fucking smart of them to talk about this shit here on 25th when he got for 2 weeks left in office? I mean, really, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. The man ain't got for 2 weeks in office. And really, if they can get through this vote where the Electoral College certifies Joe Biden, this shit's pretty much over. Now, he can bring lawsuits after the fact, but they're going to continue to reject these lawsuits in court because when the evidence come out, it's going to show all of us how your government is capable of stealing the fucking election. This, again, why? It wasn't like the courts ruled against Donald Trump and his evidence. They did not even allow the shit to come into the courtroom so that they would not have to listen to the evidence. If y'all ever been in jail, y'all should know how the court system go and how they work. The Washington riot has revived talks among Democrats about impeaching Donald Trump or ousting him from office via the Constitutional 25th Amendment. The push from some of the party's most liberal members just 2 weeks before Trump would be forced to leave office anyway with the inauguration of President Joe Biden. It is extremely unlikely that Congress could muster enough support to remove the president from office or even come close to doing so, and it will require the support of Republicans. All right, that's all I need to read on that. Is that what you're talking about, Brother Had Not, when you were talking about the Iranian government has filed a red notice with Interpol that requests of the arrest of U.S. President Donald Trump and 47 American officials for the same. Brother Had Not, let me ask you a question. Don't you think that's what they should have been trying to impeach Donald Trump on in the first fucking place? Instead of that bullshit of Russian meddling shit, when everybody knew Russia did not interfere to the point where it changed our fucking election results. Donald Trump committed a fucking war crime when he murdered. Do y'all realize basically he was acting like the mob as a mob done and put a hit on that fucking president, on that general in Iran. He put a hit on that boy. That's what they should have impeached him for. This lets you know that your government isn't complicit They're complicit in his crime. And the reason why they couldn't impeach him on that is because he would have exposed everybody that was along with the shit. Yeah. They could have impeached him on his illegal business dealings with the mob up there in New York City with a lot of them construction contracts. There was a lot of real crimes they could have impeached that man on 3-4 years ago. But especially the killing of that Iranian general. Let me show y'all something. Go along with what Brother Head and I just posted. Do you all realize that George Bush, Dick Cheney, a couple of other people cannot really set foot in a lot of countries in Europe because they have arrest warrants? And they are going to arrest their ass if they go to these countries because they committed serious war crimes and atrocities. Internationally, a lot of your presidents can't go to a lot of these countries that they started wars in because these countries have filed war crime charges against them, which, going back to what Brother Had not say, Scotland, it was another one over there, Brother Had not, well, George Bush and Dick Cheney cannot go. Am I lying, Brother Had not? They cannot go to these countries because of the war crime. Now let's get back to what Brother Had not said. The Iranians saying if they catch Donald Trump in any motherfucking situation where they can get him, they are going to arrest him, bring him back to Iran, put him on trial, and hang him. Y'all say that's impossible. Didn't they do the same thing to Saddam Hussein? Y'all don't remember what happened to Saddam Hussein. Do y'all remember when they showed you these group of people raping Muammar Gaddafi on camera, beating the shit out of him, and then hanging him? They showed you Saddam Hussein getting beat all the way to his hanging. But one picture they ain't never showed y'all was Osama bin Laden. Notice this shit here. And then Barack Obama comes along and takes credit for killing Osama bin Laden when the man had been dead almost 9 years before Obama even took office. Man, do y'all realize how big a game this shit is that we're being exposed to every day? This shit is real. But anyway, man, it's raining out here, man. Again, I gotta go and get these babies something to eat. I gotta go and get my puppies something to eat. But if y'all want to talk, we'll talk a little bit longer, man. But we gotta have people to join in the conversation. Scotland, Brother Head, I say, I believe in Scotland. Yeah, but on that 25th Amendment, Brother Head, now let me show you how it really gonna come into play. In about 6 months, everybody gonna start to see what I've been telling you for the last year and a half. Joe Biden is an Alzheimer's patient. The whole plot. Think about this. Kamala Harris could not even come in last place during the Democratic primary. This bitch lost every motherfucking election. Election in that primary, dead last place. How is it that she was selected to be the vice president under Joe Biden? That means Joe Biden, first of all, got to be stupid as fuck for tagging a loser to run as his running mate. Don't y'all realize he'd have came out better if he really wanted to get a black female? Why he didn't get Stacey Abrams? You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of black females he could have got, or a couple of other females he could have got, but he picked a motherfucking woman who came in last. The bitch was the first one to drop out of the Democratic primary, and this is who he picked for vice president. That shows you that right now you cannot trust in his mental faculties, because he has none, evidently. You're going to choose this loser to be your running mate? She was chosen for a reason, you all. And Biden didn't choose her. Now, under this 25th Amendment, Brother Had not, when Biden gets in there and everybody realizes this dude is a fucking Alzheimer's patient, they're going to use the 25th Amendment to make him step down and allow Kamala Harris to become the first female president. And under her, they're going to probably put Nancy Pelosi, or, believe it or not, Hillary Clinton as her vice president. That game, bro, that was game that's being ran on us right now. We all know Joe Biden, he should not even be in charge of his own car keys, much less as the key to the White House. It's crazy. Man, come on, y'all. We need some more comments, man, because if not, I got to go in and find my babies. What's up, brother Yashua? Man, always glad to hear from you, man. I'm doing blessed, man. How about yourself? How about yourself? We just, man, trying to do what we do, man, you know, and bring people truth. Oh, something else that we really want to be, we really proud of. Thanks to everybody watching that video with niggas shooting. And again, how come y'all didn't come and subscribe to the show when I was talking about all this stuff beforehand? It took me to show videos of Negroes shooting to get more than the 1,200, get up to 1,200 views. Not judging nobody, but I'm just saying. Again, it goes back to we like to be entertained as opposed to being informed. But good news came out of that. We're only down to 600 and something watch hours that we need now, where we can actually monetize our channel. Meaning that if we do get enough people to watch each video, we might get a $2 check off of each video, depending on how many people watch the video. And believe it or not, that little money, I'm very frugal. We say always keeping your head on the swivel, brother. We got to. But that little money, whatever little money we get from YouTube, will help us buy the camera. Because it's obvious. Don't nobody really follow us, don't want to see the camera. Thank you, brother Hadnot. We need them to hit that cash out. Because again, if we had the camera, I could actually take my phone now and link my number to the computer. And because like I said, I had to build a computer. Nobody helped us get the laptop, we were saying. Now again, I'm not judging nobody because again, man, shit hard on everybody. And this is not to condemn nobody, but then nobody help us get this shit. I had to literally take 6 computers, build us one. And y'all see, it's doing us good. Now with the camera, I would literally be able to take call-ins because I could dedicate my phone to the call-in. But right now, my phone is tied up to doing the show. I left the ad play and hit the thumbs up. I let the ad play hit the thumbs up every time. Hopefully that's working. Oh, so they actually putting ads. No, they're not. We won't see ads on this channel, brother Joshua, until we get the proper number of view hours. See, way the thing happened. In order for you to get money from YouTube, you got to have over 1,000 subscribers, and within a year, you got to hit so many hours of your content watched. This is one reason why YouTube censor our page, because they don't want people watching this. Because if enough people watch it, then they would have to send me a check for people to watch some shit that they don't want they don't want them to watch. Because believe it or not, this channel, man, is supposed to be blowed up, bro. Because not just because I'm such a great guy, which I am, but it's supposed to be blowed up, bro, for the simple fact that a lot of people follow and understand what I'm saying. A lot of people support me. Even the people that hate me like what I do, because it gives them a chance to, first of all, hate on somebody, but it gives them a chance to come up and voice their opinion. And it's where it goes. It's all about creating dialogue. But YouTube does not want that to happen. This is why, didn't you just tell me, Joshua, a couple of days ago, that YouTube unsubscribed you? And y'all remember how I'm always telling y'all that a lot of y'all don't get the notifications or none of that because YouTube automatically purged my page and go down to make sure I don't get over a certain amount of subscribers. Y'all, a lot of people thought I was saying this shit just sound vain or whatever. No, they don't want you to hear this Negro here. In a sense, I'm like one of the dangerous black men on YouTube. Not because I talk all this black power shit or I speak violence or whatever. No, because I give you all a way to think, an alternative version of what you're being told on the mainstream media. So, man, y'all look, it's 9:15, man. YouTube is unsubscribing my viewers as well. Exactly. They don't want the people to hear what it is that we saying, Brother Hadnot. They don't want people to hear, or at least to try to think different. Y'all give me a second, man. I gotta go check and make sure this. I got something. Hold on. But I gotta do something for these puppies real quick. Y'all, give me 1 second. Hey, you little fuckers. Hold on. Alright, give me a second, little puppy. Y'all give me a second. Dad got something for y'all. Dad gonna open up 10 cans of this shit in here, man. And I'll feed y'all something. Y'all give me a second. Child, get out that curtain, little pretty puppy. Stay out that curtain, little girl. Yeah, I apologize for that. Y'all know my puppies is my world. I gotta go in there and find them something to eat, so I'm gonna have to eat this video. This is 9:16, they haven't eaten all day. So, again, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna do a couple more videos. I'm not live, and I'm gonna upload them to YouTube. Y'all can hit the like button on those also. We thank everybody that hit the like button thus far. I hate to rush off right now, but I got to try to find something for my babies to eat, y'all. Y'all know how that go. Them puppies are like my kids, man, and my babies, they ain't nothing all day. So I'm gonna go in there and have to break out the refried beans and fry these 3-4 eggs that I got in there, but make sure my babies eat. It's already a civil war, brother had not, if you really pay attention to it. It's already a civil war because they got us fighting right now on Republican and Democrat. Again, they go back to the red and blue corner. Ever notice, whenever there's some form of tribalism, you're going to be divided either in the red corner or the blue corner. It happens all the time in sports, on the streets. Shit, you got the Crips and the Bloods. And in Washington, D.C., you got your Democrats blue, your Republicans red. So, yeah, we already in a civil war right now because look at what's going on up there in Washington, D.C. today. That's a civil war, man. The beginning. First shots was fired today. So, hey, y'all, we thank y'all, man. Y'all give me a minute. Matter of fact, I'm finna surprise y'all, man, because I'm gonna come right back. I just gotta find my baby something to eat, man. Then go in here and try to find me something to eat. I fix me some noodles. I got a couple cans of noodles. I mean, things of noodles. How the heck are we prepared for this? I don't know, Miss Busy Gal. Thank you for joining. Should have had the Capitol boarded up like they did over the summer. Well, again, let's go back to agent provocateurs. They knew that Trump supporters were going to come there today because, again, today was the day that they were going to basically certify the Electoral College results. But just like in the Black Lives Matter protests or any other protests that we see in America, you have people who are paid to create chaos. They call them agent provocateurs. Those people, I'm willing to bet, that you seen in those pictures today were the agent provocateurs. Because just like in the Black Lives Matter protests and all that, the majority of your people are protesting peacefully. But you have organizations, and y'all need to find out who George Soros is. You all have to realize that there are people who will pay people to go out there and do the stuff that they did as far as creating the real violence and insanity. They will pay these people upwards of $20 an hour to create the chaos. This way they can discredit your movement. They're called agent provocateurs. That's why they weren't prepared the way FBI should have been prepared for this. They were prepared for a protest, but they didn't know that the paid protesters was going to literally take it to this limit so that they can now put a spotlight and gaslight the real Trump supporters who was out there just saying, look, we want our votes to count. They were protesting the wrong area. The CIA building isn't far. Exactly, Yasser. They should have been protesting the CIA and all that. That's who they should have been over there because they're the ones who was involved with the fuckery with this election. Believe it or not, the FBI and the CIA was behind this quote-unquote coup. Because I'm going to be real. And I'm not a Trump supporter, but the truth, I truly believe, with all the evidence and information to give us, this election was stolen from Trump. But again, Trump wasn't saying nothing when we was over there stealing elections and trying to steal elections in Venezuela, down in Central and South America. He wasn't saying nothing when we stole all these elections in these other countries. Now he's crying about it because they used that same process to steal the election from him. It was a trap. The Trump supporters are the scapegoat for the Illuminati. They will use this to rob. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Listen what Yahshua just said. Do you all realize, and I know y'all finna hate this, but America is going to hate the day over these next 4 years that Trump lost the election or got it stolen from him. Because Trump was the only president that stood against us and the New World Order. Why you think they keep talking about America first? A lot of people talking about the symbolism between the KKK or whatever. Might have something to do with it. But Trump was the last line of defense we had against the Illuminati, what a lot of people like to say, but the New World Order. When he was fighting to keep the jobs in America and all this other shit, when he was telling the rest of the world, now fuck that, we're not finna pay the UN all this money when people in America are starving. He was the last line of defense we had against the New World Order. A lot of people gonna hate today. Trump has more sovereignty regardless of his ties to the Masonry. Exactly. Yes, y'all, exactly. See, this brother here, you get it. Even though you say what you want, he's an asshole, racist, whatever. Trump was literally trying his best to fight to keep the New World Order from taking over America, because that's the only thing that's stopping them now from putting them microchips in your hands and your foreheads. Man, y'all give me a second. Let me go ahead and give my baby something to eat, man. Go ahead and Dad got to try to do something with these little puppies. I love my puppies so much, and I hate to see their little face in there. Even though they eat every goddamn day, they eat better. Man, do y'all believe when my dog, when there's nothing in here but one item, my dog gonna eat before I do? Is that crazy, y'all? Is that crazy for me to feed my puppy before I eat? Because it's just like my kids. If ain't nothing in the house, my baby's gonna eat before I do. But anyway, y'all give me a second, man. I'm gonna go in here and try to get these dogs something to eat. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna surprise y'all ass. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes and we're gonna do a wrap up. And we're gonna go down to daily news like we normally been doing. So again, until y'all see me in just a minute, please hit that cash out. We really, really, really need it. Most importantly, share these videos. We really, really, really need it. Hit that like button. We really, really, really need it. But make sure you subscribe. Because just like Brother Hadnot said, and just like Yasha told me the other day, YouTube are actively watching this page. YouTube is actively engaging in censorship with this page. So y'all please support us, man, in every way you can. Through likes, through shares, through subscription, and especially through Cash App. Because again, we can't keep doing this shit, bro. You know, I need this camera. So a lot of y'all could have called in, man. It could have been a 2-3 hour show if we was able to allow people to call in. But as y'all see, my phone is tied to, I'm on the phone right now trying to do this video. I'm doing this shit from a cell phone. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. And we're gonna continue to bring y'all the real news behind news. Let me go ahead and try to find something for these puppies to eat. Y'all give me a moment.